All right. Another week around the trash fire. Your host, Matthias, along with the boy.
John.
Yeah. Big news. Big news this week.
Crazy news this week.
And for us Americans, we got that nice long weekend to enjoy the news as well.
Indeed.
So, should we just jump into this?
Let's hop to it.
All right, then. So, first thing we got, lighter news. We got the Adeptus Sororities coin going to be for month of June. So, tomorrow. So we got the coin and the model of the month being a sisters. Not much there. I know if you're a coin collector, this is something for you to do. And you can also pick up the album to store your coins in as well. So for you GW fanatics out there who want to just collect everything, here's another thing for you. I just don't like the part where I have to spend $100 to get one of these things.
I mean, it is free, and if you're someone who spends $100 a month, will you'll get a coin. But
So this is technically the first 40k coin that's not
yes,
Black Library, right?
yes, this is the first 40k coin. Or actually, Matt, it's a Bretonian coin, so it is not 40k.
Ah, damn, you're right. And the fact that it says Adeptus Sororities and Warhammer 40k on it must be a
No,
misprint.
Bretonian. Yep.
I see it now.
Actually, let me post this on the Old World Facebook group and say Old World News. See how many people believe me. Probably a lot.
I'm sure they'll appreciate it. But that'll be tomorrow, or I guess, according to my local GW, it's not available to the 5th. So, for
Oh,
5 more days till this comes out. At least at my local GW. But that's that. We also got some more comic news with Marvel and Warhammer teaming up with a Sisters of Battles comic. Did you read the Malleus Calgar one?
I did not. I want to. I think if it's, I mean, I'm not the biggest comic book fan, but I do read some comics. I just don't like having individual issues. I like having an omnibus or something.
Something
But
where it's all one spot, not
yeah,
scattered around.
exactly.
I have a friend who got the Malleus Calgar one. Maybe I'll take a look at it whenever he's done with it, or the next time I see him. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna get more sisters or more comic books. This time featuring the sisters instead of Malleus Calgar.
The first preview page has dead children, and to me that's kind of crazy. Like, what the heck? Very surprising. I
Grim
mean,
Dark.
grim dark, right? But I'm like, wow. Now you really can't say 40k is going the way of Noble Bright, because holy crap.
Is that a children though? Is that
I
not
think
just a statue
in the bottom,
in the
the
bottom?
with the heavy bolter, the preview page.
Right. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, the one with the sentinel, the
Oh,
G.
okay. All right, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
But yeah, the more lore, more stories to be told, and hopefully more memorable characters to come.
I think one of the also it's cool because the canonist Viridian, she's in this comic, which is kind of cool because she's just been a limited. She was a famous art piece, and was made to a model. I'm not sure if there's really any books with her. So well, to be fair, I could be absolutely wrong because I don't read the sisters' books. But it'd be cool that it's kind of cool to see her in doing lore stuff and not just be a limited edition model.
True. Well, new models are always nice. Make the army look more beautiful. Even though I don't think sisters really need help with that,
Oh
ever
yeah,
since they got redone. But yeah, sister hype. Cause yeah, they still haven't gotten their book yet.
they
But
will.
yeah, they will soon. Now that things are kind of coming back on track.
Yeah.
But let's see what's available this week on the Sunday preview. Which what was this? We got another showcase, Warhammer Skulls. So we got that Skull of Throne event. Okay.
That's
Go ahead.
I don't know because like because this is video game news, so they just might announce more lame games that kind of suck. Um, but they could announce something cool and crazy. I don't know. I mean, it also means probably like a Steam sale for Warhammer stuff. So if you're looking to pick up some Warhammer games on Steam or expansions, like I'm probably gonna pick up some Total War expansions.
Well, speaking of lame games that they might show, did you know that Stormguard came out? It was at
Yes.
AOS, their first AOS
Yeah.
game. Well,
Did you play it?
on PC, I guess. No, I didn't play it because
I
there's like no information about it. There's like no hype around it being released.
I saw some reviews saying that like it was actually pretty solid, just really short and lacking in content. Like it had like indie game turn-based game vibes, but just needed more content and needed more missions, more factions. It's one of those things where the formula is solid. It just needs stuff.
Needs more polish.
I mean more not even polished because like the gameplay is good. It just needs just more stuff, you know. Um
Yeah, well, I mean that's the only thing you could really hope about, right?
right,
Because
right.
GW has such a horrible record in the video game market.
Yeah. It just sucks that the first AOS, like the first AOS game should have been like a triple A studio level of just like, you know, of quality.
Well, I mean,
Because
I'm just gonna take a guess here because I'm not positive, but this is their second bout, right? Because their first game was a mobile game,
yeah, they're the mobile game, and this I believe this is their second like actual AOS game. It's not like a card game or something.
right? But yeah, I was shocked to see that that game was out because, like I said, no news about it at
Yeah,
all. That
right.
released like back on Tuesday, the 25th, I think, or it was Thursday. I don't know. I saw it Thursday, but yeah, it was interesting. I may pick it up. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe when it goes on sale. And speaking of sisters getting their book, here it is. Their book will finally become pre-order on the 5th.
There we go. Sister's book.
First, first army, not first army, the second army ever since the Codex break to come out now. So
Yep.
finally
Back
getting
on
that going. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get the um, High Lord of Terror, Terra.
Terra.
The
Well,
other
terrifying. You're a heretic,
true.
but yeah.
The other baby carriers. Um, the what did Will call this? The low tech gothic sisters,
Oh yeah, the medieval sisters.
something like that. Getting them, you getting the character. They're missing something, right? Or is everything out?
The tank, I think, is the big thing,
Ah,
but
yes, the tank.
we're gonna be
So no
next week.
tank, and they're missing a character. I'm pretty sure the one from the 2 player set, right? Or is she out already?
Yes, yes. No, I don't think she's out yet. You're right. You're right.
So we're getting that. Getting the dice. I'm gonna say that I hate the dice.
They're great for miracle dice, though.
Miracle dice. Yeah, I can see it from Miracle dice. Uh, but play dice. These
Oh
dice are
yeah,
terrible.
terrible for play dice for sure.
Like GW, why are you going with the two symbols on the back or the 1 and 6 again? What are you doing? Well, I guess technically the Inquisition sign could be a 6 since the 1 just follows the pattern of the dice. So I guess you know what? I'm sorry, GW. You did good. Never mind. Still wouldn't play with these dice. But that's all the 40k news in terms of pre-order. Necromunda, my boys,
Oh, you did pick those up?
who got reskinned into Cawdor. I might, because I mean they still keep the flame aesthetics, so
Yeah.
I don't like the mask in the anime hair, but that's what that's what different sculpt heads are for, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No shortage of those.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I'd probably pick these guys up. Let's see what else we got. Necromunda dice and cards. I'm not familiar with the dice. I'm seeing that's something wounding. Something I will pick up though.
Crab nose.
Warhammer Underworld is Deepkin, cause yeah, why wouldn't I want to have a crab and a fish going across the battlefield?
Heck yeah. For your elf army.
Yeah. So I'm hyped for that. I'm hyped for the Necromunda. So two things that I might actually pick up.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna pick up the underworld stuff for sure, because it's a crab.
I picked up recently. I picked up the I can't think of her name right now. The Daughters of Cain, Beastgrave one.
Oh yeah, that warband. That's a cool like witch elf on foot.
Yeah, because I'm like, I want a hag queen, but I'm like, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on the altar cane or whatever, or blood cauldron. It's like,
Hmm.
I don't want to do that. I'll just buy this. Works
Yeah,
out perfectly. So I just bought that, and I'll definitely be adding this warband to my elf army as well.
there we
Mainly for
go.
the crab and the fish, but the others can come along.
Yeah.
And new from Forge World. I didn't look at this. We got
Some
God, what the
stuff.
hell is this game called again?
Aeronautica.
Aeronautica. There we go. We got some Tau ships. We got some that's Imperial ships, I believe.
Yeah, I mean it's cool that it exists. The game's getting stuff. Doesn't hurt to have some resin models.
Yep, and then your game's getting updated. Some
Yeah,
Titanicus.
yep, some Volkite. That's pretty cool. I might pick those up just because giant Volkite lasers are cool.
Yep, and then Black Library. I didn't not too
Yeah,
interested in Black Library right now, but
and their books.
we got books. Books are coming.
Books are indeed coming. And if you care about these, yay. If not, oh well.
Yeah, but that's that. Some exciting news today that came out for orc players. Your orcs just got a bit stronger. Well, I mean, tougher. They got a bit tougher. So, even though they're releasing the Beast Snaggle Boys, they didn't forget your Hunchback orcs. And they gave you Toughness 5. So, no longer dying. No. A lot harder to kill you with normal bolt fire now. Now that
Yeah.
they're Strength 4 and your Toughness 5. So that's good. Other things, we also got the Beast Snagger stats, and they are Strength 5, Toughness 5, so they are better than normal orcs.
Hmm.
But obviously, they're going to be more expensive. So it's kind of like the Primaris treatment going
Right.
on here. If you see in that parallel, which which I'm pretty sure we called, right?
Yeah, they're just Primaris orcs. I mean,
Yeah.
the meme is always like if something is just better sculpted, it's the Primaris of that, and we'll see that with the AOS Dominion box. But yeah, even the stats match as well. Like, yeah, I thought they would just get like more keywords or something and some special rules, but a flat stat increase. Like, I'm not complaining. You know, that's kind of cool.
I'm sure the Beast Snaggers will get some good unit abilities. You know, be a reason to take them other than the +1 strength.
Yeah.
Because I think they're like monster hunters kind of deal, at least lore wise. I mean, we don't know how they play yet.
I think it says too in the bottom. Oh, we have a special rule for them. So beast snaggers get a +1 to hit against vehicles and monsters, and a 6-up invul.
Yep. So it's kind of like, again, we don't know what the normal boys are gonna get, so could be if and or. It's all gonna depend on points, but yeah,
Yes.
these are looking good. Good news on the Choppa. Choppa got -1 AP, so it actually does damage now. So no more doing 40 attacks at AP 0. Uh, Big Choppa, I think got +1. I got the -1 AP. I can't. because I know it always had 2 strength. I haven't played my orcs in a long time, not
I
since
think
7th edition. So, uh, plus
I
2
think
strength is the same. 2 damage I think is the same.
Oh, okay.
So I think it just got the AP, and then the huge Joppa I can't comment on because I have no idea. I didn't play my orcs during 8th edition or 9th edition so far, but yeah, Green Tide. It's gonna be more beefy and definitely a lot harder to get off the board. I'm not too familiar with the meta right now. I know back in the last LVO I did, which was 2020. Yeah, when did we go into lockdown? 2020, right? Went into lockdown 2020. So I know back then it was a lot of big gun spam and then war boss on a bike kind of deal. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen here with the clowns in space. Well, I guess that's the Harquins. The other clowns in space.
Other clowns in space. Green clowns in space.
Yeah. But that's all the news we've gotten so far. But they're looking to be pretty good. When they're gonna get released though? You think they'd be the next army? I'd assume they would be the next army, right?
Yeah, I think after Sisters, it's gonna be Orcs.
And remember, in the live stream they said we didn't see all the models yet, so the orc models are still coming.
Yep.
But that's enough orc news. Because we got other news regarding 40k with a new chapter approved coming out,
Yes.
which is a good thing and a bad thing. So they gave a couple things here. So your land speeder and your storm raiders, or sorry, not land speeders, storm speeders, land raiders, immortals, wraithguard, and gene stealers are all going down in points. So that's good for those armies that still haven't received a book yet. At least you're getting adjusted point wise. They're also adjusting some of the rules. Sorry, not rules, missions. So I know some of them are being taken out and just being replaced. I know like thin their ranks kind of deal is going to be more on wounds now instead of models.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so no longer so big armies like custodians you could do thin your ranks on because you have to do wounds instead of kill actual models. I don't think you'd want to do it, but you can. I know deploy scramblers was getting changed into something else. If I had it in front of me, I could tell you. Can't remember where it's all at, but we're getting that as well. And I think there's another one that they mentioned there that they were changing, but right now that's the big 2 that I can recall. And then they're teasing more Grey Knights and Thousand Suns. They teased the books.
New
So,
Thousand Suns unit, right?
huh?
A new Thousand Suns unit, the Infernal Master.
The Infernal Master. They did tease that. So I have a friend who's saying that Grey Knights Grey Knights Thousand Suns are going to be released at the same time. As much as I would like that, and I'm pretty sure anyone would like that play these armies. GW obviously isn't going to do that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, his reasoning was like, Grey Knights and Thousand Suns don't have many units, so it makes sense to just release them both together. It's not going to happen. GW likes to space these things out. Even as much as we hate it, they're going to do that. But,
yeah, I would expect that. I mean, if they don't, pleasant surprise, but I'd expect them to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least at the same time. Or sorry, not.
Yeah, different. But since they mentioned the Infernal Master, I would assume that the Thousand Suns book would be on the horizon here.
Yeah.
So, would release before the Grey Knights. Is
I
what I
think
would
also
think.
tells us that the grain, because we know there's going to be a box set coming out with both of them, and typically those come with new models. So I predict the Grey Knights will get a resculpt of a character as opposed to
A new
a new
model.
unit. Yeah, probably Castle and Crow because he was teased in the trailer.
Hmm. Well, I just hope. I know you're against this. I just hope I get a little bit more variety in my army because I can't really do too much with 1,000 Suns. It's definitely an army you'd have to soup.
Right. I mean, I agree. I just wish that they would just get more units than just borrow from the Chaos Marines.
True.
I mean, like I prefer them to be unique, but if it's the option of not having stuff versus using what's in the Chaos Marine book, I'd rather just be able to have access to the Chaos Marine stuff, than just have nothing. But the ultimate wish is to just have them have their own units.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
oh yeah,
that's
that
what
would
we
be
hope
the
for.
I think.
That's what we hope for. So, and then they got updated points value. So, unfortunately, if I recall, the wounds did not transfer over yet
Yes.
in these books. So, sorry, Thousand Suns. Sorry, Grey Knight. Sorry, Chaos Warrior or not Chaos Warriors. Space Marine Chaos. You're still at one wound, Marines. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
So, but at least Thousand Suns, and we don't know about Grey Knights. We don't know if they're gonna get the two ones. We assume they are.
Yeah, no, we know they are in the codex, just not in chapter approved.
Yeah, but at least you two don't have to wait long. And that would be all the 40K news. I don't know if you have anything you wanna talk about
Um,
before we get into the big Saturday preview that happened.
it's kind of it. Yeah, I mean, I think they had a Sisters of Battle Miracle Dice article, but I don't play that army, so I'm sure it's something cool. But yeah,
All right then, preview, shall we? Shall we uh shall we give our hype first? What did you think of the box before we actually go over it?
oh, I'm super hyped about it. Everyone I know is hyped about this box. I play Stormcast, so that's cool, and I really like the new Orks. I think it's great designs and all that. I mean, we could dive more into it, but I'm pretty excited about this box. I am definitely picking it up.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite end. Well, I'm more in the middle, I would say. It doesn't scratch my itch because I don't play Sigmarines and I don't the new Orc models don't intrigue me. I mean, if anything out of this box I would want would just be the rule book, but yeah, it's not on my list to immediately go pick up like it was with 2.0, where I was actually interested in the ghost models.
That's fair.
Yeah, so don't get me wrong, it looks nice, it looks beautiful. That's what I expect from AOS. Um, the trailer was a bit funny. I don't did you watch the trailer? You watched the thing, right?
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, they that Stormcast just pretty much teleported in and then immediately died.
It's
This is our badass hero.
it's kind of funny that the hanging artwork in their like storm keep is just actual real world artwork that's in the codexes.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Well, that was nice. That was
I
a nice
mean,
touch.
it's cool. Like, man, I'm not the biggest fan of Warhammer trailers. Very few of them are hyped to me. Like there was one where it was the Space Marine Codex that was super hyped. There was one where it was actually the AOS second edition trailer was super hyped. But I don't know. This one was that's cool. you know.
No, they were very proud to show it off. But yeah,
Yeah.
so there we go. There were our expectations. And shall we see what's in the box?
Let's do it.
So there we are. I'm gonna just
Dominion.
I'm just gonna zoom in on everything here, and then we'll go to the bigger pictures. But yeah, it comes with 60 models, if I recall.
Yes, 60 models.
Two big boys, which is I assume standard because 2.0 had two big boys in
Yep.
it as well.
These seem way bigger though.
I think the orc on the warg is a bit bigger than normal, probably like
Yeah,
Carnosaur level.
that's a huge model.
But yeah, everything in this box is new. Nothing,
Yep.
nothing
No,
reused.
nothing we used.
And then we got the the beginner campaign book. We got that new rule book, which I think we've seen before. That artwork with the
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually like the AOS rulebooks mainly because AOS lore is ever growing. So I like reading the new lore that they have and with the amount of new factions that come out. Because like 40K, right? 8th edition versus 9th edition rulebook. You don't really see any new factions out in ninth, between 8th to ninth. So nothing really oomph in terms of the lore section. I mean, yeah, there's new models, but it's just new models. The lore is pretty much the same. But in AOS, the story always moving forward, and when new factions coming out, you know, on the quarterly. Yeah, it'll be cool to see what they put in their new artwork for stuff and like again the factions that came out since 2.0 was like Lumineth, Bone Reapers, them being there. So that's actually pretty exciting to see the new rule book.
yeah. Well, shall we go through the models?
Yeah.
No, we don't need to go over Celestial Spear because we already seen her.
Yep. Cool
Uh,
model. Greatest in the box.
the Lord Impertinent Greyhound with a Greyhound Griffhound, sorry. Yeah, this was our character in the video, our main character who died immediately.
He's okay. Actually, not the biggest fan of him. I just don't like that rod, like Rod's office in Warhammer, his right hand weapon. I just don't like that. I don't like it when like Space Marines have it. I don't like it when Stormcast have it. I don't like it when I think the Sisters of Battle character had one. I'm like, whatever. It's a stick. I
It's the pointy stick, it tells you where to go.
guess so. His design is cool. I like I like his armor. It's very very Caradron like. This kind of shows that we have some influence from Grimni, which is the dwarf god making the armor. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like how it looks. It's a nice looking model. I would I probably put the helmet on because I hate painting flesh, but if I could paint that, if I could paint flesh good, I'd keep the helmet off.
Yeah, actually, I'm not. I dislike the Stormcast helmet. I prefer them to just have the bare faces. Also makes them less like Space Marines to me, because obviously, everyone compares them to Space. Even people who love Stormcast, you can't help but compare them to Space Marines. And I think them not having the helmet is just one step away from the Space Marine comparison.
I was gonna
So
say now that they're less bulky, they're not too space marine, but I mean they're still
there's
space marines.
yeah, it's an armored paladins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on, we got the Knight Arcanum, and I must say I really like that mask. I don't know why, but I do.
It's really weird, but I think in a good way.
I would just take that mask and just put it on one of my Dark Eldar and be
So there you
perfect.
go.
Or Harlequins.
There
I
you
don't know
go.
why. It's still like the only thing I like about the model. I mean, the model looks nice too, but it's the thing that catches my eye.
Right.
Probably because it's so like out of place for Sigmar, at least from
Yeah,
what I've seen.
yeah. It's the mask is a different color from the armor, and it's white, but marble almost. So that's really interesting. It's a cool model. It's like paladin wizard. I like the books, the scrolls, the little globes of chemicals in there, of potions. This is probably one of the best Stormcast models in this box.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, not hard for characters to win that.
Right.
But yeah, we got that nice looking model. We got the Knight Vixeler with Banner and Apotheus.
That's a great model. That's actually my favorite Stormcast model in the box. easily.
Now I assume that's not freehand. That's all.
No,
It's
it's
all
probably it's a
model.
banner, so yeah, it's probably sculpted on.
It's nice.
I think they're moving that to that direction now with banners being sculpted on. Like I got Blood Knights, the banner is sculpted on, which is cool. So
Everyone wants to. People like me who can't freehand, it's much appreciated.
yeah, I mean I can kind of not really. I would say I can't really freehand. Maybe like a line, like a tattoo kind of thing. But yeah, I can't draw like a face, on a banner. So I appreciate the sculpted banners.
And I would assume this is like a generic banner, right? You would know best since you play this army.
What do you mean, like a generic?
Like, there's no what do the Sigmarines call it? Like chapters.
Oh yeah. This is yeah. It's not a faction specific thing. It's anyone can use this, and the guy could be in any color.
Yeah, that's nice. And then since it has the design in it, it really catches the eye if it's
Yeah, just
painted well.
generic Sigmar banner, which is super cool.
Yeah, I like it. Praetors. I think we saw the Praetors, right?
No, these are new. Because the ones the cloaks. These are actually really cool. I like just having the cloaks, not necessarily a full body robe, but having the cloaks is cool. Halberds are cool. I like how the female one, I think the one with the one walking forward, she has her hand unsheathing her knife. That's a cool detail.
Man,
This is a cool unit.
the parchment on these halberds are huge.
Yeah,
Why they gotta make it so big?
Stormcast.
I guess. Uh, I don't have too much to say. I just look at this and I'm like, more Sigmarines.
Even me, I look at it, it's like, yeah, this is more Stormcast.
It, they just don't draw my attention. That's the problem. Probably because as everyone can tell, I just call them Sigmarines, so I give them that ultimate disrespect.
And I have more to say on that after we go through the models. So
Okay.
we got
Well, Annihilators.
Annihilators. Not very inspiring. Like cool, like big bulky guys. I mean, if you like big bulky armored Terminators, these are great. But these are not really doing it for me. Maybe when I see them in person, see how big they are, I would be more impressed. But right now, it's like okay, cool.
I would assume Terminator size if they could like stand up straight.
I think they're bigger because regular Stormcasts are Terminator sized.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, because they're on 40s. They're on Stormcast.
Custodian size then.
There we go. Something much bigger. Um, yeah, I mean they're cool. Glad they're in the box. Not really excited for it. It's like okay, cool.
This is more variety. The Vindicators. These ones we saw. Pretty sure we saw these ones last week.
Yes, these are the generic infantry. These are pretty cool. I like how everyone has an option to now wear a helmet. I like how there's different poses. Although some of the poses are weird. Like there's the unit leader that's like just holding his spear forward, not really even thrusting it, just kind of holding it. It's like,
He's trying the point. That's all.
but yeah, these are cool.
Moving on. Well, you want to give an overall thought before we move on to the Crow Boys?
On Stormcast, I'm not as hyped about this as the Orks because I already play Stormcast and they don't really do any oomph from me or elicit any like ooh. Like the last Stormcast, right? The Sacrosanct, the Wizards, that was markedly different. The first wave of Stormcast was your generic paladins and armor. And now you have wizards and the designs like they're in robes. They had like a lot of female Stormcast. That's when they started first appearing. You had a bunch of units being wizards. So it was a cool kind of design change. I feel like this is just more of the same. Again, not in a bad way, because I don't like even Vanguard, like the Vanguard Stormcast are like the scouting forces type of thing. So they had something unique about them. But these are just yeah, they're just I don't really see. Maybe if I read the lore, I'll see what's cool, but they don't look any different enough from regular Stormcast. It's just more again more of the same, more of the same, right? It's like for Space Marines where you have a new unit of the Space Marines that carries, um, axes, like two-handed axes. It's like all right, they're just Space Marines carrying different weapons. Like that's the kind of vibe I get from this side,
Mm-hmm.
or the Stormcast release. Like the Lord Imperator, like he doesn't look any different to me on a glance from the stuff we already have. Like if you gave him a sword instead of his stick and said he was a Lord Celestin, I'd totally believe you. You know, like okay, he is Lord Celestin. Or the Knight Arcana. If you told me that was a resculpt of the Knight in Cantor, which is another wizard hero that the Stormcast already have, I would believe you. Or the banner. If you said that was that was a regular, and even the banner. The banner is the Knight Vexillor. We already have that. It just has a different kind of banner. You know, which again that's cool, but it doesn't really give me that oomph. And the Praetors, I think, are the most unique because they have cloaks, which are different from robes. So we haven't really seen. I guess the Vanguard Stormcast have cloaks, but these ones, they're sleek. They have cloaks. They have the the parchment attached from their they have halberds. We only see Stormcast halberds. Um, yeah, annihilators. They're just beefed up liberators. That again, they're cool. They're just not exciting to me. Vindictors. Yeah, they're sleek, and you replace their liberators with different shields and spears. That's the vibe I get. Nothing really special about them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so overall, I mean, it's cool. I'm not upset at it. I don't think they should have gone more all out. I think this is fine for a starter set army. Um, yeah, I mean, it's if if you've never played Stormcast, this is your first foray into Stormcast, it's amazing. But as someone who plays Stormcast, I don't really get anything exciting from this half. Um, or I'm not really sorry. I'm not really excited about anything from this half. I just
Just
my
more
favorite model
options,
is the banner guy. Yeah, just more options, which is again not bad, but it's not like ooh
which
something new kind of thing,
yeah, which
you
you
know.
kind of deal.
Um,
But
I don't even know if I want that. I feel happy with what I have with Stormcast. Um, but
well,
this
Stormcast
being
are the only army that gets stuff apparently.
it is the only I actually it is the only army that gets stuff for AOS. But overall, not disappointed, not mad, just kind of lukewarm. Like, that's cute, cool Stormcast. you know,
Mm-hmm. Well, we got the army, and what did you say it was gonna be last week? So
Goblins.
something goblins, and I said it was gonna be mud orcs. Well, we
We
were
were
both wrong
both wrong and both very right.
because it's Lord of the Ring orcs.
That live in the swamp, which is muddy. So you're right. And there's hobgoblins as well. So I'm also right.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, they got introduced this. Took a long time to get the names out of them if you watched the live stream.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying. Before we go on, though, I want to point out to our listeners that this is part of the orcs and or not orcs, the orc army, which is called orc war clans. So this is not a new codex. It's gonna be part of the orc war clan. So orc war clans will get a new codex, and these guys will be in it. And orc war clans currently has Iron Jaws and Savage Orcs. So this will be part of that kind of soup of orc war clans. This is not going to be like a new army on itself.
That's kind of lame, but whatever. It means they just get more options.
Yeah,
With
there's enough releases. I think they're getting enough models where it feels like a new army. But it's cool that it kind of blends in the Orc War Clan Codex, which I think that's kind of cool. I like that idea. Well, I've kind of accepted that with AOS, where it's like you have a soup army book with different kinds of aspects to it.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Cruel Boys name sucks though. Cruel Boys is not a cool name.
they're the sneaky orcs,
Sneaky orcs.
and we got a kill a boss on a great Gnash tooth,
This is a great model.
which I just call orc on a warg. So warg
Org.
rider.
Yeah, it's a Warg Rider boss. This is super cool. I mean, just the design of these guys. It's okay. Well, maybe we'll talk about that later when we see everything. But so far, this is crazy. It's very unlike what we've seen.
Well, You can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is probably like the most serious I've ever seen orcs made from GW. You know, that wasn't a license, aka Lord of the Rings. Because you know, majority of the orcs are like all goofy and stuff, and these guys look like
Yeah.
actual savages
Yes,
from fantasy kind of deal.
I agree, and I really like that about them.
They
And,
aren't the
and
hunchback
even
orcs.
and there's still some elements of kind of silliness to it. Like even if you look at the kill boss, right? Like his shield looks incredibly stupid.
Well,
Just which is kind of
um,
funny.
what they said in the live stream is that these shields are supposed to be what's the guy's name?
Kragnos, yeah.
It's supposed to be Kragnos, but they've never seen Kragnos, so this is their interpretation on the
Yeah,
shield.
like that, right? That's kind of goofy, but it's still like if you're an Empire or Cities of Sigmar soldier and you see this guy charging in, you would probably poop your pants in fear because he does not look funny
No,
overall. He looks like he will eat you.
but yeah, this is a beautiful looking model, orc wise. It's just it's so radically different.
Yep.
And then they gave us their spellcaster, the Swamp Kala Shaman, and the Pot Grot, which it's whatever. I think the other little grot is a lot better than this one, aesthetically wise. But yeah, we got your classic swamp orc brewing up some stuff with a little goblin. Not much was said, other than I think they said the tip of his staff is the hand of Gork kind of deal.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
So got that.
Again, it's another scary looking orc, right? You see this in a swamp, you would probably also poop your pants of like, oh gosh, scary witch doctor orc.
Yeah, and again, it looks nice. I like it. It just does not. The army just does not appeal to me. And then we got the kill a boss with a stab grot. You know, I like the stab grot. And
There's
he's
like so many options.
yeah, he's on a stormcast. Looks like
Yep, that's cool.
with his broken axe, the little slit grot, I think is what they call it. Or no, I just stab grot.
Yep.
You got the goes in and just finishes off people. So that'll be a cool mechanic that I look forward to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean here's the goofiness that comes out, but still looks menacing. Let's see what else. And I think he gets an weapon option. I think
Yes.
going by that chain ball.
Yes. Instead of a shield. That's cool that it's including options in a starter set. I don't think we've seen much of that before. Especially not recently. Having
Yeah.
an option for your that actually does something, not just a post change, but like a weapon change. I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So we're getting that. We got the Merc knob with the Belcha banner.
Oh, this is pretty cool. I like this guy's face is the screams Lord of the Ring orcs for sure.
That's like when I see these orcs, that's all I see is Lord of the Ring orcs.
Yeah. This guy's creepy. It's a creepy model. There's a bunch of heads on his. There's one on his belt. There's some on his banner. Some hands here or there. Again, very creepy and scary. It's just kind of the theme for these guys. Um.
You know, that's what you expect with some mud orcs, right?
Yep. This is probably. I can't tell if this is my second favorite or my favorite model in the orc side.
Whoa. Have you gone past the model that you might have contended with or no?
The killer boss is really cool. With on the squig, not squig, on the warg.
Warg? Yeah. I think I like the kill a boss on foot more, but
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
preference.
That one's really cool. Definitely third place. The shaman is all their heroes are home run easily.
Yeah, all the good stuff is great. They got the Man Skewer Bolt Boys next.
Yeah, the
Uh,
range.
It's finally a heavy hitting range unit for the orcs, as they were saying. And if you saw the cinematic, you saw our main character just get shot in the chest with one.
Yep.
Went down in like nothing. But yeah, these are supposed to be heavy hitters according to the live stream. Instead of what did the normal orcs have? Just short bows.
Yeah. I don't think Iron Jaws. Yeah, War Clans have the the Savage Orc Archers. That's the really only range unit they have. So this is another range unit for orcs, which is cool. I think it's faction design space where you have ranged orcs. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna get these bad boys coming in. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna hurt. And then we got the gut rippers, which is gonna be your standard orc boy here.
These are super cool.
Yeah, what they mentioned in the live stream as well is that a lot of these shields mimic the orc faces.
Yeah,
Like the eye patch one. He has an eye patch, his shield has an eye patch.
that's cool.
So be able to match these guys up with their faces and be able to easily distinguish who's who kind of deal. But yeah, these are nice. They did a lot of good jobs with this. I mean, it's hard to make you orcs kind of like unique kind of deal, right? Especially in a world where the orcs are already established.
Right. And I think they did a good job of making orcs different from the orcs that we already have. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a savage beast, you know,
Right.
that will stab you. But I think they do. There is a lot of cool design space here.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. And then we got return to some Hobgrots Slitas, which I guess is the evolution of a bigger grot. I don't remember the lore too much, but this was a lot of the rumor engines we looked at last week. This is pretty much all them. We got the hook, got the hand grenade.
These are probably the worst models in the orc side. That said, they're really cool still. Just the bar is so high with the orc side. Fun fact: these are Chaos Dwarf units because Chaos Dwarves could take hobgoblins, and the stream heavily implied that we're gonna see plastic Chaos Dwarves for AOS, which means the Games Workshop has wrestled the rights of them from 4-year-old and won.
Wow, about time. Because Chaos Dwarves right now look pretty ugly
Yep.
if they're not converted.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't too excited about these models. But that's the entire box of Dominion. I know there's other stuff that got announced as well, but what would you say? I mean, I guess it's a mute question to ask you because I think you already said you're gonna get it.
Yeah. I mean, Stormcast or Stormcast, but the orcs just it's kind of like vampires, where this is an army that could be in the old world, but has the Age of Sigmar design philosophies of just like crazy, wacky, not rank and file stuff, which is super cool.
Right.
I really like again. I really like the uniqueness of the orc side. It feels like orcs yet is not orcs. Or sorry, let me say that. It doesn't feel like orcs, but it's orcs. You know, from the orcs that we have. They're very
Yeah.
scary. They're very lean. They're not bulky and hunched over exaggeratedly hunched over. They're scary. They're kind of creepy. Again, look at the banner orc. He has like heads hanging out. That's very unnerving. In a good way. You got the arranged crossbow orcs. That's super cool. Um, yeah, if I think I'm gonna start this army, or I don't know. I'm getting the box. I'm not sure if I'm committing to the army, but if I was gonna commit to an army, it would be these guys for sure.
Hmm. And I just I've got 40k greenskins. I don't need to go into these greenskins since
Yeah.
my other greenskins aren't even painted yet.
So yeah, speaking of that, I think if I'd rather do beast snaggers than these guys right now because I already have vampires from AOS army, but if I was gonna start a new army and these guys were out, easy choice. Super cool, super hype, great box set. Unfortunately, going to be limited run. So if you want this, guys, pre-order it as soon as possible.
What are you
Like,
talking about, John? In the live stream, they said they're gonna make. They made a lot. Pretty sure we made a lot of these.
yes, they made a lot, which means you don't want to be the a lot plus one kind of person who, you want to be part of the a lot people.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, GW doesn't really care as long as they just sell the stuff, right?
Yeah, it's gonna sell out.
So you just get up early and get the box as soon as possible because you know there's gonna be the scalpers.
Yep.
Everything. I'm trying to think of stuff that hasn't sold out. Probably like data
Box
cards
set.
and all that stuff, but usually every new model that's come out has immediately sold out.
Oh, okay. Maybe not all. Like I was following vampires. Like let's look at the vampire stuff. Let's go to the website. Blood Knight sold out the day of, like a few hours after. But stuff like the the centaur vampire didn't sell out. Like the skeletons are still for sale. Zombie dragon sold. Well, that's not a new model. So Radukar sold out, which is surprising.
The
The Radukar.
Beast.
No, not the beast. The Actually, I think he did. No, he's still up. But the Cursed City heroes or villains sold out pretty quickly. Yeah, Blood Knight sold out. The Vampire Lord on foot sold out. Um,
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah,
but
like
it's a
don't wait.
lot of that stuff because
Yeah.
it's a lot of models with hype around it, right?
Yep.
Obviously, like vampire bats aren't gonna sell out, kind of deal, but models like uh,
Like Blood Knights, you know.
Blood Knights. Uh, I feel like I'm gonna mess up the name here. Bellicar, right? That
Bellacore, yeah, sold out.
Bellicor. Yeah,
Um,
it's any model with hype, and this box has hype behind it because, I mean, it's the new edition. So of
yeah,
course it's gonna sell out fast.
yeah. So you should, if you want this box, guys, just wake up at 10 a.m. or go to your local store at 10 a.m. or just call your local store and get one and just pre-order. Don't wait. Like I think it like honestly, like I have no pity for you if you wait a few days to get it and find out it's sold out. Like if you go the day of and it's sold out, well that sucks, But like if you wait a few days and it's gone, well, dude, like that happens, Not surprised.
Well, I mean, you don't know everyone's situation, but I understand what you're saying.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously, there's some extraneous circumstances, but if you wait a week and you expect it to be there, like, and you really want it, again, expect it to sell out.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't really have any. I don't really want to get into it or buy this box. The only thing that interests me is just the rule book, and hopefully, like they did with 40K ninth edition, hopefully they'll have like a small book I could just buy, kind of
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
Because that's really all I really care about. But hey, to the viewers, that just means there's one more box for you guys to buy out there because I'm not getting it.
That's true. That is true.
But yeah, that's that. I missed it though because unfortunately I was listening to this in my car, so I think it buffered at one point. They did mention something about the table size. I don't know if you caught that.
Yes, it's gonna be the new 40K table size,
Okay, so it's gonna be
whatever that size is.
44
Annoyingly,
by 44 by something. I can't remember.
yeah.
All right, so there you go. So that means it's gonna be a lot more intimate, just like 40K. Being able to, I mean, I know you can with some armies, but being able to charge turn one. And then I don't remember any other rules that they mentioned.
The big stuff was battalions are going away, so no more formations in match play, which I think is super nice. They're gonna go to like a detachment type system, like in 40K, where it's like based on like core and all that, which I think is good for the game because again, formations it's just another level of balance that could be good or bad. Like if you have good formations, yay. If you have crappy formations, that sucks. If you have both, well, obviously you won't use the crappy formations, right?
Right.
So um there's that. Um what else? Big change. You're getting more if you get second, you're getting some handicap bonuses like extra command points. Like if you get double turned, you're gonna get some command benefits, stuff like that. Apparently more command abilities are coming. The generic command abilities are kind of like stratagems where you could use them um during your opponent's turn. I think a big one is charge reactions from fantasy. They didn't mention this stream, but there's rumors that says that those are coming back.
I thought they
Uh
did mention something about reaction play.
oh, there you go. Yeah,
I unfortunately I didn't watch the entire stream. I was in and out for a lot of it, but
yeah. I went out right after the box because then when they started opening the box, I was like, I don't care about this. So I went to the local HW and bought some more vampires. But my
but
friends were texting the new models. That was what I cared about more. Was like what other if when they announced like new models,
yeah.
which is also in this preview.
Yeah, well, we can go down to the bottom. This is gonna be the stuff that's not in the box. So there's the rule book. That's in the box. Sorry, that's in the box. 8 new things about Age of Sigmar. Right. This is
Yep,
where they announce some stuff. And so here we are. What's after Dominion? So we get a Judicar on a. I was gonna say chariot. That's not a chariot. With an arrow. Looks like a giant bow. Kind of ridiculous. Well, yeah, now that I'm actually looking at it.
yeah. I don't like that his base is all weird. I mean it's cool design. Stormcast with the bow without any wings. That's kind of cool. But
No, I
it's
don't
a thing
think.
that it's like a Stormcast with a bow. Okay, cool. You know.
Yeah, well, getting a hunter basically because he's got his little griffhounds.
Yeah.
What else we got? We got here we are. Here's the chariot. Getting a chariot, Stormstrike chariot.
I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite, but like this is completely new. This scratches the itch of like, oh, this is new. Like this is the stuff I'm talking about when I say like new stuff that's hasn't really been done before. But I'm not hyped about it at all because it's like I just not a fan of chariots. Even when I played fantasy, I just didn't care about chariots. So
Yeah,
it's like
I just look at him like, no, thank you. And the Cruel Boys are also getting more stuff, which is of course they are. Why wouldn't they? Just like Nighthawk got more stuff after their 2-player box. So here we are. We're getting a ballista, which is artillery used much in AOS?
some of them are there's unless they have interesting rules, they're just more ranged.
I know
But
back in fantasy, artillery was huge.
yeah,
Well, maybe because it was just the people I played against, but everyone, at least if they could, had at least one artillery.
the thing with artillery in fantasy was you could snipe things with artillery, which one made no sense, but two, like that's why monsters suck because your cannon could reliably kill a monster by turn two easily. Um, but in AOS are just glorified range weapons, which again maybe that'd be a bad thing, or who knows? Maybe this will have interesting rules, right? Um,
Well, I assume
like
they're gonna go like the beast snag away. Monsters, they're gonna be hunting.
that's true. Um, I mean, this is cool. Like, this is more cute to me. Like, I'm not really a fan of artillery in the first place, so this doesn't really speak to me. Like okay, cool artillery piece. Yay.
Hmm. Okay. So we got that for the beast snaggers, and we also got break a boss on a Trogoth, which just looks ridiculous.
This is super cool. It's so ridiculous. It's like an orc riding a troll. What the heck?
Yeah, it's got 2 clubs, so I assume that's gonna play in to effect here.
Yeah, lots of attacks or something. It's I'm sure it's big considering it's an orc on top.
Yeah, not quite gargantuan, so it's definitely something smaller.
Yeah.
I don't know who would the new vampire, half Vargif or whatever the heck that thing was, right?
Hmm.
Probably that size. I don't. I just can't remember the name of that model, but
It's probably bigger than the Warhammer Fantasy Giant, but not as big as a Gargant.
really, do you think it's gonna
Yeah.
be Warhammer? Well, I guess the orc on top, gives it a few more inches. But yeah, I think that's. And of course, you get the book, and yeah, so that's it in terms of releases for that, which is nice because if this army interests you, at least you know you're getting more stuff on the way, and I assume you're going to be getting even more stuff
Probably. Typically, you're an addition army, so you're probably getting a lot of stuff.
because I mean, Nighthaunt got like 8 units after the box
Oh
dropped,
yeah.
so I might be over exaggerating, but I know they got a lot more.
No, it was. I think you're undercounting. I think it was definitely around 8 or more.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I don't really remember, but good news there. And then if your Stormcast, you just keep winning because you keep getting more and more stuff. As I saw in my saw in the Twitch chat, as everyone complained about how Sigmarines were still getting more stuff and other armies not. So
Well, that's with Stormcast. I mean, the last time they got something was what 4 or 5 years ago, but they got something unlike other armies, which kind of didn't get anything other than a character, maybe on the spells. But
yeah,
that's you're the face of the game, so not as much as Space Marines. You don't get as much stuff as Space Marines, but definitely still more than the other armies.
well, I think personally, I think Sigmarines got a huge army completion, right? They have so many options compared to everyone else.
They do, but it's a comparison thing. Like if you look at what's been released, the last time Stormcast got a release was second edition whenever second edition came out. Since then, they haven't really gotten anything. Maybe except for like a limited edition character. Um, compared to Space Marines, where every year you get a Space Marine something probably. Uh,
Yeah, well, it's just
but you're right. Compared to other AOS armies, yeah, like Stormcast at least got some. They're getting something, right? Like no one else is getting anything.
it's just that thing of where everyone wants something for their army, even if it's crap. People just want a release for their army.
Right. But again, it goes back to the AOS thing where you don't play an army, you play a Grand Alliance. And even this orc stuff, right? Like if you play Iron Jaws, this is technically in GW's eyes a release for you because you play war clans. Now it's kind of weird, very like mental gymnastics like, but that's kind of if you listen to their streams and like their podcasts and their press releases, yeah, that's kind of how AOS is, where you play the Grand Alliance, not necessarily the specific faction.
Yeah, that took me a while to comprehend. I don't know why, but it's just like, man, my Nidhogg army could really benefit from something, some like Legions of Nagash kind of deal, but I don't want a soup.
It's like now you play Death
Now you just play Death,
because
and
you play Death.
just like how I run my Elf army, I'm like, yeah, let's get a little Deepkin in here, a little Covens in here, and yeah, there we go. Daughters of Cain, just play the army. I don't really care about the benefits too much. But yeah, here we are. That was the big AOS news, and uh, I think the only release date they gave was June.
Yep.
They didn't say anything else, so I'm gonna just take a guess and say pre-order start on the 6th.
Yeah, pre-order. They're gonna announce a pre-order on this Sunday.
Pre-order, yeah, they're gonna announce it on the. It's
The
gonna be in
6th.
the next week,
Yep.
Sunday preview, and then so
Week pre-order. Then out on the 26th.
it'll be on the 12th will be the pre-order.
Yep.
And you think it's gonna be a 2 week?
Probably gonna be a 2 week.
All
So
right.
release the 26th. Well, it's not gonna matter because it's gonna sell out in 2 days. So I don't know. I don't even know why they're gonna have a 2 week pre-order. Actually,
Yeah, I don't know. but we'll have to wait and see. But that is all the news that I have. I don't know if you have anything you want to bring up, or we can just go straight to hobby rants.
Uh, that's it. It's exciting. It's cool. I'm hyped for it. It's a new rule set. It's a new addition for Age of Sigmar. So it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna be playing my vampire counts primarily. Probably gonna work on some orcs while I'm at it. But
I'll
yeah, hype.
I'll probably be playing elves in Night Hunt.
There you go.
All right then. Well, we can go straight to hobby rants here. Um, I guess I could start off with my hobbying. Uh, I just like I said earlier, I bought the Beastgrave Daughters of Cain unit.
Nice.
So I just put them together. I haven't painted them yet. They're all primed up, ready to go. Um, and then today, since it's our day off, I decided to go do a 2-on-2 battle of AOS with a bunch of other newbies trying to learn the game. So that was fun. It's great because it's like I've always said, AOS got streamlined. It's simple, yet it has complexity to it because it's not like 40k where it's like I put model here, model shoots what's in front of it. AOS, you gotta have a little bit more maneuverability and be able to strike. I mean, if you play a shooting army, you could pretty much play the 40k way, but luckily AOS doesn't have like a all shooty army kind of deal.
I think
So
high elves are not going. You could do that with high elves, and it's pretty powerful. But generally, yeah, like there's no like Tau or guard. That's all shooty.
right. Well, I mean, going by what we did here, shooting was incredibly powerful. Going with so the teams were Daughters of Cain and Lizardmen against Slaves of Darkness and what's the Corn faction?
Bloodbound or
Bloodbound.
Blazing Corn, Blades of Corn. Excuse me. New
Yeah.
name is Blade. Huh.
So we did that. So Grand Alliance Order against Grand Alliance Chaos, and it was fun. We narrowly took the victory
Nice.
because the Corn Lord and the monster, I can't remember its name, the Korgath, couldn't wipe out a unit of 30 Saurus Guard.
That'll do it for you.
Well, I don't know if we did this rule right, but Saurus Warriors not being affected by Battle Shock is pretty stupid.
Haven't really heard of that. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I think there's a command ability that help lets you do that anyway.
It was their again. We're all newbies, so we don't really know technically. But it said cold blooded was like does not suffer negatives or positives to their bravery tests. Something along that line. So
Mm.
they kind of just interpret it to being suffer no battle shock because that would be a negative kind of deal, right?
No, I still think you take battle shock. You just don't suffer any like bravery debuffs. Like for example, my skeletons and zombies give bravery -1 bravery. Um, if you're in melee with them, but I guess Sauros aren't affected by that, so they still get affected by battle shock.
Okay,
But,
so we played it wrong.
but technically, you could still do that because there's a command ability called Inspiring Presence, which makes you immune to battle shock for that turn. So theoretically, that person could have just kept using that command ability on that unit. Um,
Okay,
for the
well, I mean, we didn't use any of our command dice, so I guess we'll just say that we did that every turn.
yeah. Um,
But yeah, that was fun. I whiffed so hard with my characters and my spells. It was like my Hag Queen from the Beastgrave box couldn't hit anyone. Hits on threes, I rolled ones and twos
oh man,
constantly.
oh man.
Couldn't kill the any couldn't kill a single Nurgle warrior. And then my endless spell, I took the Blood Rack Viper
Mm-hmm.
because I built it, painted it. I want to throw it across the field. Uh, it killed 3 models, or it killed 2 models, and now that was it. That's all it did. But at least it did something for 40 points. God damn it.
Right. It's not bad. I mean, I'm sure you could, if you rolled better, skill roll could kill more models.
Yeah, well, I mean, I went after models that would had like 3 wounds on them, so
Mm.
I don't remember what they're called. They're the corn berserkers with the flails or the
Oh,
chains.
wrathmongers.
Yeah, the wrathmongers. First attempt on them, 1-1-1. I was like, ah, damn it, man.
That's the dice game.
I got him on the last turn, but man, it was rough. Luckily, my 10-man Bloodstalker unit was just cleaning up.
You get the victory.
Oh yeah, we got the victory.
Nice.
It was the mission of shifting objectives. So it's 3 objectives in the middle and 1 primary objective that keeps switching each turn.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily we got the objective, primary objective 2 times in a row. So we got 6 points off that.
Nice.
It was super fun. Um, and then that was about it. That's just a lot more painting to get done. I got some Doomfire Warlocks painted up. I gotta get that AOS energy ready, get it all painted up now that I've got a group that actually plays it, and get prepped for 3.0.
There we go.
What about you?
Finished my Death Watch kill team. It's like 10 models, 11 models. So kind of done with 40k for a while. To prep for EOS. Picked up some more vampires, painting Blood Knights right now. What did I finish? I finished my Lord, the Vampire Lord. So essentially, I have a fully painted Soul Blight Warcry warband. So if people ever want to play Warcry, I have that. But right now, yeah, I'm working on some Blood Knights. I built 20. Well, me and my friend, because wanted to help me out. We built 20 skeletons. So um, gonna paint that one after the Blood Knights. My goal is to have 1,000 points. So I want to finish this 1,000 point list before I start other stuff. Like I got Radokar, I got the old Grand Mound, the Wolf. I'm like, okay, can't touch those until I have my 1,000 point list ready. And for that, I just need to paint, these Blood Knights. I need to paint some Vargulfs, and I think 10 more skeletons or 14 more skeletons, and then 10 more zombies. So once that's done, they got my 1,000 point, which actually that's a lot of my vampire lists, 2K lists have those models, so it's a good core to have. But yeah, there's that.
Well, you definitely have a lot more restraint than me. I'm like,
Yeah,
I get hyped with an army for a while, and then I'm like, all right, back to the shelf. I'm gonna go back to this army. It'll get back to you guys eventually.
eventually.
I mean, I do. I get back to them.
Yeah, eventually.
The only ones I haven't gone back to is my orcs, but they broke me, so I don't want to. I don't want to paint them right now. Maybe the new orc codex will inspire me to bring them back up, but
Yeah, I was gonna say.
it'll be a while till that actually happens. How's Cursed City going? Is that campaign still going on?
Yeah, we played another mission. I think we're thinking of just reducing the or speeding up the level up process just so we could just fight more bosses. Because one thing about the game is the basic missions can get repetitive, especially if you're looking at 3 to 4 missions per boss if you want to level up. But I think we're at the point where we're high enough level we can just start playing boss battles. So I think that's gonna be fun because the boss battles are pretty unique. We haven't played another one since the last boss battle yet, but probably next time we meet we're gonna start killing some special characters. That should be cool.
It's gonna be a boss rush kind of game.
Yeah. Because yeah, once AOS comes out, well, that's the new hype, right? So we're planning on at least finishing like the campaign around then.
Mm.
But I mean, like, just because AOS is out doesn't mean we're playing it because I guess the rules are going to be out because if it's pre-ordered, what did we say? If it's released on the
6. That's when it's
Six.
gonna be released. Then the pre-order is gonna be the.
Right, but I'm probably gonna order it, which means I'm getting it at least another 2 weeks out, at the earliest. So it's gonna be a while before AOS Steam kicks in. But I know the rules are out and we have armies, so I might just end up playing more AOS. So either way, Crescent City, hopefully gonna finish that soon. It's gonna be exciting. But yeah, it's a fun game.
Sounds good. Well, I think we'll call it there. Thanks to anyone who is sticking around watching us, and we'll catch you all next time.
Later, guys.
Bye.